All right, it's 9:05. We're going to call this Board of Supervisors meeting to order. Where did Brad get off to? Brad, you're hiding behind that pole. I can't see you.
Oh.
Can you give us an invocation, please?
Yes, sir. We're about to say it. Let us bow heads. Heavenly Father, we thank you, oh God, for allowing us to see another day. Father, we just ask, oh God, that you continue to move and be in our lives every day, oh God. And Father, we just pray for our elected officials, oh God. Father, we ask, oh God, that you keep a hedge of protection around them, oh God. Father, continue to give them wisdom from on high, oh God. And Father, we just continue to pray for unity. We pray for our first responders, our schools, our kids, our teachers. Father, we pray for this city, this county, this state, and this country, oh God. And Father, we ask, oh God, that you continue to rule, reign, and abide, oh God, throughout our lives. Father, we just pray for business in this county, in this city. We ask, oh God, for financial favor, oh God, for companies that's coming in. And Father, we just ask, oh God, you continue to keep us in your warm embrace, oh God. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen. All right, we have some guests this morning from Susie B. West Elementary, and they're going to come up here and lead us in the pledge. All right. Y'all can turn and face the flag. Now I'll get it started for y'all. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I don't think y'all need me. Y'all stay right there. We got some activities for them.
This way.
Oh.
Look this way.
They didn't need any help at all, did they? Ryland Johnson. Kalia Thomas. Y'all did a great job. Alexa Wesley. And y'all twins? No. Come on. Is that yours?
No,
No, I'm sorry. Is that Jeff? I'm sorry. Kayla, no? Yeah. Alan Wesley. Okay. Y'all hold those up and let them get a picture of y'all. Y'all know I used to go to Susie B. West. Yeah, sure did. It's been a long time ago.
Turn around now.
Hold them up for them.
Hold on one. There we go.
Thank y'all.
Thank you.
Have a good day. I need to do a roll call. Supervisor Middleton. Present. Attorney Scott Slover. Present. Paige Dean.
Present.
I just did that. Randy Lewis.
I'm present.
Ricky Gray. Present. And down here at the end, we have our new county administrator. And congratulations. And thank you for taking that job, Ms. Khan. And we do not have Mr. Gaines nor Angela Hutchins. And the sheriff is present. Yes, everybody's behind that big pole. Okay. Thank you, students from Susie B. West that have already gone. They did a great job. I need a motion to approve the minutes.
So moved.
Moved by Mr. Middleton. Second by Mr. Gray. Any discussion?
Mr. President, I'm gonna have to start getting a copy of the exhibits because that ain't working for me. So I'm gonna have to have a copy before I can approve exhibits, because I'm not getting that.
I thought we got that squared away.
It's not squared away with me.
Okay.
So I'm voting against the exhibits, I'm voting against everything I can read and approve, but I'm voting against the exhibits.
Okay. All in favor? Any nays? Motion carried. I need a motion for approval of dockets.
So moved.
Second.
Moved by Mr. Middleton, second by Mr. Gray. Any discussion? All in favor? Any nays? Motion carried. I need to note my motion to approve monthly financial reports from the Adams County Sheriff's Office, Chancery Clerk, and the Purchasing Board.
So moved.
Moved by Mr. Middleton,
Second.
second by Mr. Gray. Any discussion? All in favor? Aye. Any nays? Motion carried. Special presentations, if any. Any special presentations? All right, we're gonna move to county business. Jason Horn, Ingram Equipment Company, sanitation needs. Okay, we'll go back to that. Brandon, Geehee, Motorola. Is he here?
Yes.
Okay, come on. Did I say that name right, or is it misspelled?
It's G.
It's G, just
Yes, sir.
G? Okay.
Yeah, my name's Brandon G. I'm with Jackson Communications, and this is Kenny Jones.
I work directly for Motorola Solutions, that's the accounting executive for the state of Mississippi.
Okay.
Yeah, we wanted to come and kind of give an update on, we had a situation, I think it was a couple weeks ago, with the dispatch equipment, the radio console equipment. In particular, we had to send a technician because they were having issues with that system. That we proposed new equipment for that system, and the current equipment in there is pretty outdated. It's been end of life by Motorola, it's been end of support, and any issues that arise, there's nothing that we can do as Jackson Communications to fix the equipment or bring it back up. I'll let Kenny kind of go over the lifespan of that equipment.
Yeah, so we discontinued the sale of the MCC 5500 consoles that are currently at 911 more than 5 years ago.
Okay.
Once we discontinue that, we'll support them for 5 years after that. We've reached beyond that, so we're beyond the end of the life cycle of those. We have proposed since last summer that equipment. We're at a point where I have worked hard to keep that price the way it is, and as long as we move forward quick, we can keep that price the way it is. But when we reach toward the end of June, there's gonna be price increases due to things changing currently. So we just wanted to get in front of you to implore you to be able to move this purchase.
Oh, okay. Scott, don't we already have, that's in the works, what?
Yeah, I believe that the equipment's been submitted to purchasing, and purchasing's going through what she needs to acquire what we need to.
Okay, we just wanted to be here to support 911 and just advise kind of where we're at from a manufacturer's perspective.
Denine's out of town today, but I believe it gets sent to a committee to the state that has to approve it. Once they approve it, then we can go forward with purchasing. We've also looked at other financing on top of their suggested financing, so that whatever's lowest and best, we can immediately do what we need to do to pay for it. So,
Okay.
That's awesome.
So we're running out of time, is what you're trying to say.
As long as the Wireless Commission approves that on the June docket and we can get some sort of PO before 29th of June, we should be good.
okay.
We are good, let me say that, not should, we are good.
Okay. You have put us on notice, so, we'll try to make sure everything gets squared away, so Annette can have what she needs for, 911.
Thank you, sir.
All right, thank y'all for
Thank you.
coming. Gregory Watkins, 241 Morgantown Road.
Yes, sir.
Come on up, please.
Morning.
you?
I'm trying to make it, sir, trying to make it. I think it's gonna be all right.
Good.
Thanks for asking, yeah. I'm here along with the board members of the Church of Jesus Christ God's Son. 241 Morgantown Road, got Deacon Jimmy Watkins, Deacon Cliff Woods, and Deacon Paul Hollins with us as well.
Okay.
We have a serious problem on the church there, as far as, with the, first of all, say thank you for giving us the opportunity to be on the agenda for the day.
Yes, sir.
Greatly appreciate it. But it's a serious problem going on, it's going on for us quite some time now. It's gotten worse. It's affected our property, especially the graveyard, and everything's been affected. And so, we met at various times with, different ones, Mr. Gaines, Mr. Gray, Mr. Road Manager Bobby, Mr. Bobby, sorry to give you the last name right now, Mr. Slover and everything as well, at the site. And so, but seeing as though nothing's being done, so I'm asking the board, do you plan to do anything, or are you going to do anything to help us in the situation, so that we can know to move on further? But it's really a situation where it's all of the water at that end of Morgantown Road is being directed to our property and being directed to a bayou there that surrounds our property. And it's eroding more and more and more, and causing graves now have been affected tremendously. We've hauled tons and tons of dirt, trying to fill in spots, but don't know what's going on under there. So we stand here trying to see if there's anything that you all could do, are going to do to rectify this situation, because all of your water is being directed to come into be directed down there. Coming to the church's property, it travels 50 yards down there to the side of the church, all the way to the back of the church. It pours in like a river that's flowing in our yard. And also the bayou got water from all directions that's coming down, being directed there to that bayou, and now it is really caving in from beneath.
Okay,
So I do have pictures here. I want to get each
no, I'd
of
like to see them, but in our last board meeting, we discussed this, and I thought we kinda came up with a plan. Bobby, can you address it?
We did, I went out and met, Pastor Watkins Thursday, I guess it was, Mike Green went out and met him the month prior with NRCS. Met him, me and Mr. Gaines has met him, me and the engineer and Mr. Gaines, all three have been out, walked his property, the engineer come up with some, ideas of what we could do to help with the problem. So when I met Mr. Watkins Thursday, I presented to him what the engineer said we could do to help with the problem. Mr. Watkins said he wasn't satisfied with what we had presented to him or what we were gonna do for his county. We'll know, could he get on the agenda? And I told him yes, sir. Told him who to call to get on the agenda, that the engineer would be here, myself. I thought Mr. Gaines would be here. But to help with the problem. We have in the past, I've got work orders here, we put pipes in, we put dirt out on the request of his dad, requested dirt for us around the church and things like that. The board approved, we put some dirt. We built berms at the front, going in the parking lot, some asphalt berms to keep the water from going in on the property. So we have been working since 2020, trying to help with the problem. Like I said, the engineer, he showed up, I don't know, 3 weeks ago,
About 3 weeks ago.
and come up with some ideas. So the ideas that he come up with, when I presented them to Pastor Watkins, he didn't like them, or, didn't think that was gonna help with the problem, I guess, to put it in better terms. So, I do have the engineer here, he can speak on it, and what he
Okay, that'd be
saw,
good, George, good.
try to help with it.
Yes, sir.
what he told me that they were gonna do, they're gonna go down approximately 50 yards into our property to the backside of the church and build up with some dirt, a couple loads of dirt in there, and let the water continue to travel down 50 yards, 60 yards in our property instead of washing it away. And so that's acceptable to us. You don't let the water, you directed the water to come into our property. It's being directed into our property as it is a bayou or something. I don't know. It's not respected at all. And so they did some work over there at Burkhart, and then they directed more water into our yard. And so it's just washing away everything. And you see those pictures right there?
Yes.
And I talked to him, he told me he had not seen the video, and so I showed him the video then, because he could see exactly what's going on in the middle of a storm. And he didn't have access to the video, and how could he know what to do? And so he did not know what to do. The engineer did not know what to do, because they didn't know the problem. They didn't see the video, and so now we got a problem here. And you see, and then the grain yard was not addressed. The grains are greatly affected. You see those grains there?
Yes.
The other side of the property, the water's being poured in, directed there from the street, from the other direction, from that direction, from across the street, being directed into that bayou. And then over the last 50, 60 years, now it has washed away the dirt. Grounds are caving in more and more and more. And so a solution needs to be addressed.
I'd like to say something.
Yeah, go ahead.
We keep saying
Mr.
that
Dahl.
we directed. We did not direct anything. It's a natural drain. That's how it's been going. And the work in Burkhart was done by the homeowners. It wasn't done by the county. The homeowners protected their property. So what they did, when water comes off the road down where it's going to the bayou, they built them a berm behind their property to keep the water from coming through their property. So it goes down to a natural drain, which is a bayou, goes around behind the cemetery, and ties into the main drain to the right of the church. And like I said, Mr. Ford and myself and Mr. Gaines walked the whole property, looked at it, and to try to come up with some solutions. But as far as county directing water on his property, the county didn't. It's where the water's always ran, it's where it's naturally ran, and where it's coming through now. As far as helping with the problem, you know, we're here, and like I said, Mr. Ford's here, and I think he's gonna speak on it, but, you know, it's not like the county went there and cut the ditch and put it on his property.
Are the drain pipes too small?
There's not any pipes there, it's where it's coming
No
through.
pipes.
When his dad was living, his dad bought some pipes, I've got some pictures here, where his dad bought the pipes, and we went and put the pipes in for his dad, and his dad's passed. His dad bought the pipe, we built the berm and put the water, and that's where it's naturally going down the side for all those years. But the property owner here, behind them on Burkhart, built the berm on the back of her property to protect her property. So now it's shed more this way on his property, you know,
Right.
what's going on.
Did they put a drain pipe in there?
No, they did not. They just.
Should they have?
They just put dirt on the back of their
That's
property.
why I said being directed, because they built that thing there, water coming directly through that hole there.
But the
Yeah.
property owners did that. And I wonder why they didn't.
Mr. President,
Yeah.
How long did you do that?
Mr. President, I did go out and kind of, actually when it was raining, and you can't design nothing to help a situation unless it's raining and you see where the water is going and coming from, and you can design something to alleviate the problem. Let me say this. I done got, another church done called me since then, up the street, and I don't know who put these drains in. I don't think they put these kind of drains in, but all the water drained from one side of the street, on the same side they own. It runs from over there through here onto their property. That's what they talking about. And it was here before I got here. It probably was here before Robbie got here. But it's a whole lot of water coming through those drains. And the one at the top that they talking about, somebody changed the direction of the water flow because it wasn't always going on their property. That's what they talking about. And you're gonna have another pastor coming here from United down the street from them, and you got the same situation with a drain that's up under the road where the water can drain off that side and this side and run through those people's property. Now, I don't know what they did back then. I mean, the water is coming off the county road. And
That's just a under the road culvert from the sixties or so, but has anything changed on the other side of the road?
No, sir, like I said, we having that same issue, like Mr. Gaines said, there's 3 issues right there on Walkertown Road with, Pastor Watkins, this gentleman here, and then Tommy Smith. So we got 3 different areas that we're working on, and he's here for his too, that we went and discussed his, but when we get through discussing this, and I'd like for Mr. Ford to speak on what we walked and was looking at for as helping direct with the problem. I mean, he's the engineer, you know, and he's the one that's trying to help with the solution.
All right, Ms. Story, you wanna address this one first?
So when we went and visited the site, when you're looking at the church on the left-hand side, on the back of the church is where the erosion is occurring. All right, when we look at the property and you're looking at the church on the left-hand side, around the left-hand side, and around the back, is where you see the most erosion on the back. Well, if you have flow running down the left side of the church, there's no erosion occurring between the street until when you get to the church. That means it's flowing. So our recommendation was to put a berm right at the back of the church where we see the erosion occurring afterwards. That will hit the berm, and the flow will hit the berm and direct it into the little channel that's to the left of it. That water would then take naturally into the value as it should be doing. That was our recommendation. Another thing is, you can put all the dirt on those cemeteries as you would like. If you don't grass it, when it rains, that soil is going to leave. And that's what is occurring. There's dirt being put back there, but it's not being graded or grassed. And so anytime you have a heavy rain, that soil is going to move and that soil is going to leave. So our recommendation was, as far as diverting the flow that's coming from the left side of the property, you install a berm on the left side. There's a porch back there. You install a berm there. That will direct that flow away from the cemetery. You put some more dirt into the cemetery area, grade it, you grass it, and that should relieve most of the problem.
Okay.
Try to explain those pictures to you all, what's going on. He says no erosion. The pictures show all kind of erosion. And so the process of 50 yards of...
Okay, so I said there's no erosion between the street and we get to that porch area. Once you get to the porch area, there's erosion around the back of the church. That's because there's no grass on it. The area between the street and the church has grass, so there's no erosion. Once you get to the back of the church, you start to see erosion for all the cemetery areas and headstones, different things like that. You start seeing because there's no grass there.
Are there any trees around there that inhibit grass growth, or it just needs to be sodded, or?
It just needs to be grass. So I understand they put dirt there in school and they think it's nice, but it's soil. So as soon as any kind of rainfall or any kind of strong intensity hits it, it's gonna take the soil with it.
When you're putting the dirt in there, do y'all pack it off? Do you have any kind of packer, or?
I'm trying to say, we did to try to preserve the thing, the graves, until I guess somebody do something and do it correctly.
Okay.
We're doing that, we're packing in loads and loads, 10 loads of dirt, but the state has no erosion. Look at those pictures. You see all the roots of the trees, all the roots grass, you see water trails built in our yard. You can see all of that coming off the road from those pictures. I have video that shows it better. I had the clips in the video. But the state of there's no erosion, all of that tree roots all up out the ground because of the dirt is being washed away, holes in the yard, streams being built in our yard, and get worse and worse and worse, and then continue. This is a save back. You know, as no relevance. You can see the pictures. I can explain those pictures to you all if you want me to. I think you want to say something. So
Okay.
You want to say something, if you would.
Yes.
Good morning, President. See, plus, you got
Come to
this
the
side,
mic. Come to the mic.
both sides of the
Right,
church,
right.
both sides of the church. But I don't think not have to think, it's near, what I did, I went in the bar. I put me a rope on the end of my truck and went in the bar, and you got water coming together all the way around both sides, and then coming back under. It's not going all of them that going, flowing out like both, when you come down both sides of the church, off of that side of the road and off the other side of the road. They come round, down both sides of the church, and then make way back around the back of the church. By the graveyards and all, the whole church. And then the water probably flowing, I get there soon, before it go down there about it, there's a big pipe coming off of the front of the church, on the front of the other side of the road. And, coming, all that water washing in there, and coming straight down by the cemetery. And still, and so all of them, I got in there about, all that water coming together, beating up together, and not going out. So it's constantly washing under, where the graveyards and all washing under. If you go down in there by, you'll see it. If you go down in there, you'll see it.
Is there anything blocking that bayou from draining?
Yeah, more dirt and stuff, but it's not clean, you don't have pipe and anything, make the water run on paths. So if you catch the pipe they got from the other side of the road, coming to the church, if they add piping on path, we add pipe to that and carry it on by path, then it might help. But now all the water staying there and washing under. I went out there, I see where it washes under it, back under it.
Whose property is that bayou on? Is
I
it
don't
on
know.
church property or
Our
on
property,
somebody else's?
behind our property, so now our property is caving in more and more and more because of the water the water comes from the south end, the water comes from across the street, they got a burn, what do you call it, a pipe under the street, run from the property across the street into that bayou as well, and the water coming from the other side of the street goes down under the driveway and goes back through there again. All the water is being directed there. All of it. And just washing away all the property. So it just, you know, I can explain those photos to you if you can better understand if you want me to. But even on the opposite side of the street, Mr. President, on the other side of the street, it goes under the driveway of the property across the street, and they got a catch square there, and it goes under the street and goes back over to our property. Again, all of the water is being directed over there, and on both sides, and being directed there. I don't know who directed it there, but it's being directed. And I guess it's a county road, and the county directed it there. It's being directed, you know, it just washes away everything.
Most of our stuff in the county is always a natural drain, basically.
Yeah.
We put it towards a natural drain. If something's clogged up or something stopped up, or maybe there's just not enough pipe there, you know, whatever the case may be. Yes, sir.
It's not clogged, it's like a purposely on the other side, where the other man's land is, across the street from the church. It's purposely like a hole that's dug right there, so that water can go there and hit this way and not go nowhere else property. It's a hole right there, where the pipe is. There's a deep hole right there, so that water can come down the street, hit that hole and come straight into church property.
And then there's another one at the end,
Right.
the traffic, so you catch the water on the other side of the street as well. The property across the street, it goes under and goes directly to that bayou as well. And then from the other direction, from the southeast end, it goes that way to that bayou as well. All of the water, from all directions, has been directed there and is washing away that bayou more and more and more. And over the years, it's gotten back further and further and further as time went along. Now it's at a point now where those graves have been affected and something got to be done about it, all that water being directed down there. And our property as well, on the other end, northeast corner there, where you can see it in the photos, that big stream of water is pouring down through the yard, like it's the right thing to do. And they think it's okay, we'll catch it at the bottom end, 6 yards down through our property. And he wants, that's the right thing to do. That's the right thing to do. The water is running through our property just at will, just being directed there. And you're gonna build something at the end and the back to redirect it. You redirect at the top. Before you get to our property.
James, welcome.
Yeah,
You got it.
well, well, you know, these are, I have to have Mr. Udemba is also up there next. So, y'all are familiar with the properties on Morgantown Road that we have been talking about. Him and the other one is Mr. Thomas Smith, that we've been here since I've been here. All these properties have water drainage issues, and so y'all are familiar now with what you know, Mr. Udemba. Now you'll get to meet the people from the church. So I don't know, Morgantown Road was constructed, I know way before we was there. And you know, I had to, you know, the last meeting, the last two meetings we had at the natural drain, we talked about the natural drain, and I talked about it with water rolling. But I did meet with the engineer on several occasions, myself, Robbie, and the engineer, well, myself and Robbie went first to look at it and see what we can do. And that is some issues that that was created long before that I've been here. So I've been here since 2020, and I'm pretty much sure that issue has been here since Morgantown Road has been constructed, and over a period of years it's washing both properties. And we are definitely trying to come up with a solution to be able to help them, not just the church, but Mr. Udemba, Mr. Smith, and I know it's a lengthy process because it definitely didn't start overnight, and we are definitely want to address it. So I'm glad that they came, both Mr. Udemba, and I'm glad the church came, so it won't be a misunderstanding, a misconception that you have a supervisor that's not trying to help or not trying to do anything. And I'm a one-member board member that support my constituents, and everybody in this room knows those issues has been frequently brought up about trying to fix that. And it is a problem, but one of the problems is how we end up out there 2 weeks ago, is that the county has responsibility for 25 foot from the center line. And because it was a graveyard, we had to find laws. You heard him talking about the natural drains and things like that. And that's how we end up out there, because we have to operate under the laws to try to make sure that and most people don't understand the liability that these people sitting in here have, those road managers, those people that engineer and that road crew, the liability that we have. You have people watching our meeting, just like right now, you have people from the state auditor's office watching, you have people watching, and we have to operate within the limits of the law. Other than that, you can be penalized or even jailed. And I know it gets really, really disgusting when things are not fixed in a timely manner that you've seen, but we are offering what we can do, and I'm glad y'all came, so I'm glad the rest of the board can hear the concerns that y'all have, and we can legally come up with a plan of what we can do legally to help y'all. And I know the road manager was here. Mr. Udemba, you listening?
My ears up.
Okay, thank you, sir. Because I don't want to put him in, because I know he's next, and we did the same thing. So I know we had NRCS, am I correct? Mike Green at both sites, trying to get help, and that is the USDA up on the other end of Morgantown. And so that's where how the county operates, because we cannot take taxpayers' money and fix private properties. That's automatically no. We can't dump gravel on a private property, or we can't dump dirt unless it's a provision by law. So we are trying and dealing with the government. It's a timely basis. Since I've been here, I got a project on Oak Ridge that has been approved. I have 2 projects that has been approved over 2 years through federal funds. And I had not got the even start date on it right now. So it is a process, but the engineer, I would like to just want you to understand something. The engineer, myself, these board members over here, that road manager right there, we're not here to fight you. we are definitely here trying to help you, but we have to operate within those legal bases. And I know that don't make it any better for the property, but what we offer to do is come and try to slow the water down, what we can do legally, slow it down and figure out a way how we can, go from there to slow the erosion until we can get the right amount of help to properly fix it. Go ahead, Mr. Jim.
Yeah, I understand all your legal, you can talk about legal on private property thing, but I think I read somewhere, I got a little bit of back, but if you got graveyards, there's some kind of code, the county can go in there and do this kind of work. If you got graveyards, I think there's some kind of legal law said that, I think I read somewhere, but that, you can't, you can't go in there and work then.
That's why that is the statute that we are operating under right now.
Okay.
So I just want you to know that because by us being able to come to offer the berm, stabilize the rear of the graveyard, that's the legal alternative. That's what this board voted on 2 meetings ago to be able to. That's the only legal statute that we did, and that's what the road manager and the engineer was offering y'all.
I understand what the engineer was talking about a little, somewhat, when you're saying about put dirt there behind the church and dump that water over there, but still that water coming from the top, it's still coming through the yard, getting back here. They're gonna transfer that, but still you're watching here. And plus still on the other side of the church, all that water come from other end up from Brandon Hope and across the street, across the road, all that still coming on that side, well this side, but he said they're not fixing that side yet, but we're gonna do about that side, about the graveyard. Cause even USDA told us that the graveyard might have to come up, the graves might have to be disturbed, those three graves right there might be disturbed, come up and move because of that water done washed off of that side already.
Okay.
So we need,
Mr. President,
Yes.
Mr. Watkins,
Yes.
we need to deal with the right side with this board. The left side of that property belongs to the city of Natchez. They got a lift station or whatever that thing is right there. You need to talk to the city of Natchez about that side. Let's deal with the right side and the back side, because I'm looking at this map and you know where the lift station or whatever that thing is on your left side?
Right.
That's the city of Natchez. Y'all gonna have to deal with them with that. On the other side, we need to try to figure out a way to alleviate that problem on that other side, Robbie, what he talking about. But because the other side, that's the city of Natchez.
And that's,
I need to add to that. That belongs to the city of Natchez, a little part there, a little section there. But they're not controlling the water. The water coming off the road going down there, their property is being washed away too. That's why I phoned them to let them know that we got some major erosion problem going on right there. It's about 5 feet from their site now. And so I saw there's a big tree, roots have been washed away. And that tree's getting ready to fall over on there. So I called down to talk to some man at Natchez Waterworks and let them know you got a problem, maybe it will happen, you come look at it, inspect that site. I don't know what you'll do to fix it, but there's something you can do, because you're about to lose some major damage can be caused there. And so, but the water, again, is being directed over there, and they're getting the effects of it first. And so they are being affected by the water being directed there as well. I understand, I'm concerned about not just ours, but theirs as well. And so this is a big concern for everybody in the area. And that's why I met, he sent a guy out there to meet me, Mr. Cabot, and I explained to him, showed him what's going on right there. I said, this is what's going on. You all need to be concerned about this because something is ready to happen over here. And so he took it back to somebody, I guess. I don't know who he took it to, and I was done with that. So I did my duty as a community servant, as a pastor, looking out for the others too. You got a problem there that is going to cause you a lot of problems. So now, as far as who they're responsible for that, I don't know if they're responsible for that because they got to sense their land too being affected by the water being directed in that direction.
Let me make a recommendation. let's try to plan that they went out there and say that they was gonna do, and if that don't work, then we go to plan B. Let's try that first. Let's just try that first. And if it don't work, then we'll have to go to a plan B. Let's just see what it works.
But the only plan they got was just put dirt on the left corner at the back of the church. That's all he gave me. And that's why I stopped, because it showed the video by the water coming out and directed from the top end of the road all the way down to the yard, 60
Okay,
yards.
let me ask Robert something. Robert,
Yes, sir.
you know on the front end up there, between those two private properties,
Correct.
at first, that water wasn't coming down there.
Not as much.
Now, all of a sudden, the water is coming down there. What can we do to redirect that water from coming all the way down on their property and then do whatever you say and doing in the back?
It's nowhere from Burkhart to their driveway. Burkhart falls to there, and their driveway falls to there. So water has to run uphill back to Burkhart or run uphill to their driveway. It sets like this, so that's where the water naturally goes. That's where it's been going. Like I said, when his dad was living, he wanted to put some pipes in. I met his dad there, so we did. We put some pipes in, we concreted the head wall, we done all that. After we got all that done, then I don't guess they like the looks of it. I'm not sure the reason why, but then they wanted it back out. But when we took it back out, then the opening's still there. What he's talking about, it's so much water between their drive and Burkhart on that side that it'll get over, even though that cut's in there, it'll get over the back of the ditch. He's got pictures of that coming, it's a low spot in the back. I told him we'd build that berm up, but it's still gonna carry it all that one spot. Like I said, the lady in Burkhart was having it run all under the back of her house at one time, so she took and hired somebody to come in and build a berm across the back of her property. So now when it comes down, it follows her berm until it hits the natural drain again, is where we're wanting to put the dirt. And then brother had mentioned up by the big oak tree, Mr. Gaines, maybe putting another one up there first to try to catch some of that to carry it there at the head end of the drain, and then let the back catch what's coming off the yards and the drive and the side of the building and carry it to the back. And I think that'd be a good idea. You could put both of them and see if that would help, and I believe it would keep it from going to the cemetery, around the back going to the cemetery.
Yes, sir, go ahead.
You keep bringing my dad up, I need to speak on behalf of him. What he did was, he sent me out there to purchase 2 pipes. I didn't understand it at first. He was still living, and he saw all the roots of the tree coming up, said they're washing out dirt. You see the roots of the tree, you see the water trail? I said, what are you working in the little water trail there for? No, that's what I'm thinking. But he knew in mind he gonna get worse. So we purchased some pipes, we did it, and went on the end of the road there and tried to keep the water, catch the water at the top to let it turn to the left to go down to the bayou. And but the neighbors complained that we directed the water to their side too soon, and they're going to call their property washed away. So I said, we got to take it up then. Okay, our neighbors complaining about the church doing something that affect their property. That's the reason why we took it. We tried to control your all's water. And so they're coming down our property. He's put a pipe there to run to direct it at the top end and to that left side of the property over there. And so but the lady said it was affecting their property, it would cause their property to wash away. So why are you doing that? Take the pipe up. Then the previous road manager, I think the road manager said that it's good in a way to let it spray it out. So it won't wash away so easily. Get the pipes up and let it spray it out. And so the pipes came up. So the water's still coming in and spraying it out and running in there, nothing was done. So you keep bringing that up about my dad, that's what my dad was trying to do. Just stop there washing away the ground there at the church. They're washing away, and they're still doing it. And y'all are doing anything
I don't know how we can fix this, but I do know one thing that happened and caused the majority of the water to go on y'all property, because she added a berm on her side where the water couldn't go on her side. So you getting all the water now.
All the water.
That's what happened.
All the
I'm just being honest with you. She put a berm on her side, stop the water from running down on her property. Now it's all running on your property.
Could we do the same thing? Block out all those holes and y'all got water coming down through there?
I
Block
can't
all
tell
those drainage holes y'all got, is on outside the property, block them off. So the water, I mean, what else can we do? I mean, is it legal for us to block those things off? Cause he's washing away the bayou.
You know, it seems like no matter what somebody does, somebody's gonna be unhappy with it, but, Robbie's been out there, he's been doing this a long time, he suggests we do something a certain way, that's usually the way we end up doing it, because, he's got a lot of knowledge in that area. But, you know, we can't control how much rain there is or how much water there is, but, you know,
Right.
where it goes is where it's gonna go most of the time, but we can slow it down by doing certain things and,
Right.
and directing a little bit, but you understand, your dad put a pipe down, and then it started cutting into somebody else's property, they said. Now, I don't know if it was that bad, or, I understand y'all's point, and we wanna try to save that graveyard the best we can, but it's gonna have, next time you put dirt in there, it's gonna be, packed in there with a packer or a sheep's foot or something, then grass needs to be planted, to stabilize it. Yes, sir.
I was listening, see, we meant to put grass there, but each time we put the dirt there, it rains again. But, but all the rest of the area holds grass there, but just keep washing away fast we put it there. But still, I'm thinking more, like Mr. Dollar was saying, on the front, and the water come out very hard, but still in that lady yard next to us. But on the road, see, the water still coming, the county from her, and still coming back to us, to the church, and from that way to the church coming down there. But I was thinking, I'm not an engineer, but I wondered, you put a cut right where Burkhardt is, and they're going down, on out somewhere else, on down the end, cut it all the way down the end highway then. That way you start from coming.
Now, I saw y'all had crews over there working at Burkhardt, that corner, and well, I don't know what they were doing. I said, if you take care of our problem, y'all had crews out there working, doing things at Burkhardt and Morgantown Road. But y'all made it worse for us. And I don't know what they did, nothing. Y'all did it. Director made more water to come down here after y'all did y'all project. I saw the bulldozers and holes and everything out there, backhoes and things working out there at Burkhardt, am I right? And so, at the corner for several weeks. And that water got redirected down there toward more to our church yard. And so these things were going on. I thought y'all get ready to fix the problem, but it made it worse for us. You made it better for the corner of Burkhardt. You made it better for that property, but it made it worse for us. So you all did something there. What y'all did, I don't know what y'all
I
doing.
guess at the end of the day, the question is, do you want the county to do what we suggested, come from the engineer on the property to help
Yes, I'd like
eliminate the
for,
problem from the grave?
I'd like for the engineer to have
I'm asking
I'd like for the engineer to have a thorough picture of what's going on first. He needs to see those photos, he needs to see that video, so he can see what's going on. I got some videos, he needs to see that. How can you make a decision on doing something, you know what the problem is? So I need him to see the active flow of water during the rain. If he can do that, and then make a decision on something, then we can go forward, but.
I tell you what we gonna
Thinking of
do.
that.
I tell you what we gonna do. I'ma email Mr. Ford the video.
Okay.
And if Mr. Ford decide that he can do something different to kind of help the situation, then he'll let the road manager know, and he'll let Mr. Gaines and me know, and we'll let you know.
Sounds great.
How about that?
That sounds great.
all right, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir. Mr. Benedict,
Good morning.
I didn't want to butcher your last name, so
That's okay. You won't be the first and you will not be the last. My students always try to combine G and B to get the name right, and it doesn't work out for them. So tell them that's okay. You can call Dr. Yu. I'll take it. Yeah, again, good morning.
good morning.
I come down again. This is the third time that I'm coming for this. Many years ago, I came before your time, and I talked to Grenell and others. They came and visited. What happened was that almost all the water from the right side of the road is coming to my property. About 3 buildings, and even the one on the right, there's a manhole that the city or the county built to relieve the water, and it comes under through my property. You went through the old drainage pipes that you all had, and all of them are broken up. And I was told to do certain things, and they will come back and do what they have to do to get it done. I think 2 or 3 administrators has come and gone. And I did what they asked me to do. And it's really terrible. I come crying for help. The reason being that the water, the rate that is coming is really disturbing. It's unfortunate that we do not have access to video, because I had some video that pictures don't tell the story. When you look at the video, you can see how much water that comes across and how bad it's becoming. Last time when I came 9 months ago, the erosion was about maybe 15 feet. Now it's over 25. And the deepness, if he goes in there and I stand on his shoulder, you won't see us. That's how bad it has gone down, okay? So I just took a video about, 10 days ago, Thursday, when it rained. Even after 10 minutes after it stopped raining, I got the small video to show you how bad it is. You messed all the yard, I put all the things that I was supposed to put, planted even grasses. Then what I saw is also, I know that it's for safety for all, but trying to save the public and kill me don't do me any good. Okay. Now on the left side of it, I say we because we're all part of the county, and Robert and those ones working for us. It was bleaching all the side of the road, which if they didn't do anything, Morgantown Road would no longer be there, and people will be having accidents every day, which is a major issue. So they went down there and built a long pipe that helped to relieve the water, and that long pipe added to the flow of water into my property. So now, the pole, electric pole, might not survive it by the end of the rainy season. The underlying wires, electric wires that they did underwire, will not survive it. Trees are falling, and all of them affect, my yard and property. So I'm asking for help, immediate help, not 20 years from now. If you all will allow me, because what I'll do is to send you the video. It might tell you how urgent the need has to be treated, because it's really bad. So I'll talk to your administrator. I'll give her some of the pictures that you all can see, the holes, the manholes, the pipes, how it went from the right side to my side. See how trees are falling, see when it rains. Even this past last Thursday in April, after 10 minutes of raining, I went there, it stopped raining, but you can see from the road, it looked like a river. If I have a canoe, which is a small boat, I can ride it till I get to where it will fall in like a Niagara Fall. That's how the water that's running there. So I'm asking you all to help. I don't want to turn it into a theater, calling TV asking for discrimination, blocking the road, because I have right to protect my property. Like you was saying, I can go there and block all the holes, and the water will be on the other side, and no, what do you call it, Morgantown Road would no longer be, because nobody will be passing through that. So I'm trying to work with us to get this done.
Mr. President, to be clear, you may not block a county roadway or its drainage, just to be clear, that is not the law.
That's what you said.
That's what I said.
That's okay, because I have it for an authority that I can protect my property. If you all made it, you see what Congress gives, Congress can take. I don't want us to go to lockup, because I can hire 10 or 20 of them, and the county will be, legal issue, but I don't want to go there. I want to be civil, because I'm raised to do that. And I taught school for at least at collegiate level 40 years. So I prefer peaceful solution. And I did what I have to do. So what I'll do is to give you some views, since we don't have unfortunately we couldn't show you because we don't have access to this. I'll send the video to you all the supervisors, so that you all can see that. And I thank him. He came, before and last week with another engineer to look at what they can do. So I hope whatever we are doing, let me use that way, because I'm taxpayer also, whatever we're doing will resolve the problem, because I can't survive it. The house will go, electricity pole will fall, and there might be fire and other things, and that will be worse than dealing with it now. So,
all right, well, you send us those videos, and then Mr. Robbie and them can get together and tell us what we need to do.
I'll give you all still pictures as well as video. Go ahead, sir.
No, I got it. I'm finna ask you your address, but I see it 225.
Yeah, 225 Morgantown Road.
Yes. I met with Mike Green last week. Me and Mike went out and met with him, and like he said, he's got a service pole there. His service is underground going to his house. It's not far from there. Mike said after the next rain event, submitted as EWP. Give some history on it. Me, Mr. Grinnell, and Mr. Marlowe went out and met with him several years back. Mr. Marlowe told him it wasn't close to the road, wasn't nothing the county could do. Made some suggestions to him, asking to build a berm to divert the water because it was coming to the road. He did do that. He spent several $1,000s, I'm sure, with the contractor to build what he built. It helped stop that wash, but where it's going now, it's causing another wash. But he did what the engineer told him to do, or, what he thought would correct the problem. Now, it's backing up, it's gonna take his service pole down, it's already took one, they've had to reroute his power to him. So it's gonna take this next one, and he's correct about it, but, Mike Green said submit it as EWP at this next rain event, that's what we'll do. And then, I guess, go from there, but it's a major issue.
All right, well, that's the route we're gonna go then.
Okay, we'll see.
Thank you.
We'll wait till we do that and see the result. I hope it won't be, it might be like 20 years, I might not be here. It might be 6 feet under. It will be somebody else's problem.
Thank you.
Okay. Yes.
All right, did Jason Horn show up? Jason Horn? Okay, city government business, if any? You got any city government business, Mr. Slover? Okay. Departmental reports.
Good morning.
Morning.
I'm Marlon Swayze with Davis County 911 Dispatch, and I have our calls for service for April the 1st through the 30th. The police department has 823 calls, the sheriff department has 559 calls, and the fire department 29 calls, for a total of 1,411 calls.
Okay.
And we also have a request to hire a replacement, Lana Clark, and hopefully starting on May 14th.
Okay, I got the request form, Elena Clark. new hire, telecommunications, $14 an hour. Need a motion.
So moved.
Moved by Mr. Gaines,
Second.
second by Mr. Middleton. Any discussion? All in favor? Aye. Any nays? Motion carries. Is that all? Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Good morning. So we're here on the pool to get approval to, open up, let's say the 25th, the day before Memorial Day. We have been getting everything together over there. We had our lifeguard certifications this past weekend. All our lifeguards are certified now. We have our swim lessons scheduled already together, our memberships, and we also have programs that are already ready for us to start with them and open up and everything. We just had to come get our approval today.
Okay. Do you have your forms for all your employees?
Yes, I do. I
What?
have my applications and everything. I just need to get the, pay forms.
Pay in lieu forms?
Yes,
You don't,
I need to get some, yeah.
yeah, because we can't approve those, until we have those. And you hadn't had any of them filled out?
Well, I don't have any, all my applications are filled out yet, but not the pay forms. I need to get some.
To get them in pay, all those forms have to be filled out,
Okay.
and they may have to be approved by the board.
Okay, I can use them and get it right
And
to
you-
you.
So you'll be back here on the, 19th,
19th.
okay?
Mr. President, let me
Because I
ask you,
then will have the certification certificates as well, because they just got it done this past weekend, so I don't have those yet for the lifeguard.
by this being a joint venture with the city, you gotta go through,
Yeah,
okay.
I have to go to the,
Okay. Do you have anything else?
no, this one.
Okay. But the pools were getting ready to go?
Yes.
No more pump issues or?
No, we have a whole new system put in, and which tests the levels and stuff and tells Mr. Ralph like what he needs to put in and everything, so it's been working fine.
Is it the same style pump we had last time, or is it totally different?
It's a totally different.
So we don't have a backup system, but it's guaranteed, it's under warranty, I assume?
Mm-hmm, yes, it
Okay.
is.
All right.
I think they're working on the backup pump. We do have an extra backup pump right there, but they're supposed to be working on it.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. Have a good day.
Good morning, Joe Belling with the Intervention Court. I had, Judge Drake had emailed Attorney Slover contract for a peer support resource. He reviewed it this morning and said it was approved and we need to get it straight across the minutes.
You have that?
He's got it, right? Did you
No.
get it to me?
I gave you-
Here it is. As I said, I got it.
And the funds to pay for this, the peer support resource would come from the NSPHI grant we have. They were approved.
Okay, so it'd be, refunded to us?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay. All right, I've got an independent contractor agreement, peer support resource for drug court and mental health treatment court. I need permission to sign it, I need a motion.
We're just approving it, the judge actually signs it,
Okay.
and signs it in this case.
Okay. All right, I need a motion to approve.
So moved.
Moved by Mr. Gaines. Need a second by Mr. Middleton. Any discussion? All in favor? Aye. Any nays? Motion carries.
Thank you.
All right, thank you, Joe.
Good morning, board.
Good morning.
Brad Bradford, Adams County, you may direct me. I know it's been a while since y'all seen me.
Yes, it has.
I've been doing great things for the county. Just to piggyback, I know y'all, we talked about the sirens issue that we have. I did reach out to the company that installed them, Blue Valley out of Missouri. They're federal signal, they no longer serve in Mississippi. So with that being said, I had to go to another company out of Alabama that's a federal signal dealer. He's gonna try to see if we can get those sirens augmented. What we mean by that is the software that they're using, they're on a low band system. We can't get into low band radios anymore. Those are pretty much obsolete. And with that being said, we're gonna try to get a new software where he said we use the cell tower. He's supposed to be working on me a quote with that to try to get that done. And I just wanna ask the board, I know we have 14 in the county, there's 4 in the city. If we wanna do a joint venture with the city, see that they wanna try to help out with the ones in the city. And if we wanna do that, I can try to get 2 quotes so I can go before the board, the city of Alderman, Board of Alderman, ask them, do they wanna try to take care of 4 and we can split the difference on that, if that's what the board wanna do. The board just wanna cover all 18. Cause they're, in the city, they have the 4 oldest ones, they're the older model. So, you know, I just wanna see what the board wanna do on those.
Are there any grants through FEMA or MEMA?
Well, grants, mitigation grants is, they're only for new sirens. And right now, a new siren costs about $45,000 a piece. So when you're looking at replacing 14 of those, that's $400-some thousand.
What do the grants cover?
I think they're, I wanna say it's 75-25 on those. And with the mitigation money, where it works is, that's out the federal declaration that the state has. Just like the last mitigation grant was from the tornado in Rolling Fork. So if Rolling Fork don't use all that money, the state sends it out to other counties that we can use to get that mitigation money on that. But it's competitive. You know, you fight against other counties and the needs of the counties. Some counties don't have sirens, so it's a competitive grant, you know, to be honest with you, and then the time frame of it. So that's where we as a board, you know, when we look at the price we're gonna give us to augment and make the transition those from radio to cell tower, we got to look at the cost and look at how many, if we're gonna fix so many this year, vice versa, or do we have funds to fix all of them at once? You know, so those are what we're looking at when we face it down.
Can you get a second quote from another company, just so you'll have 2?
Well, Federal Signal, they got the onus of it because the sirens we got. Wayland makes a siren, which is in Mississippi. But if we wanna, that's still, if we wanna purchase new sirens, if that's what the board wanna do, I can try to get a price on it, replacing the Federal Signal with Wayland sirens, because they are homegrown. And, you know, we can look at that option on that too, if y'all wanna do that.
Anybody got any suggestions?
Mr. President, I think we just need to, since we coming up with the budget period, and let Brad go on, get them prices or whatever the case may be, and present before it's inside the city limits to the city, and see what they assist on, doing whatever they can do to, help us out. That's what I think.
Does he need a motion to do that, Scott?
Not if he's just taking a look and trying to get pricing and getting ready for budget year.
Okay.
I know what we did in the past was tackle it 1 siren at a time and eventually got a bunch of them. And maybe that's how we do it, see what we get in our budget coming up and start tackling it over time.
How many we got in the county, you say?
14 in the county, and it's 4 in the city, so we got a total of 18.
Mr. President,
Yeah.
how many that you think is non-operation?
Well, all of them, they work off the radio. So with one radio being down there, I can't talk to, and right now, I had to take the one out the fire department down in the city because they're there 24 hours. So that one, they manually set that one off. So while they're there, they go down and set it off manually. They can be set off manually, but you got 18, I'm not gonna put 18 people at a siren doing a tornado horn and try to set them off. But we took that radio because one got struck by lightning down the EOC, so we kind of replaced that. But like I say, they're at the end of life, and you know we've been changed our radio system, so you know you can't get those radios anymore. So we're just trying to find a cheaper way, but more efficient way that we can, like I said, because I don't want to just do phone sirens on the south side, then the north side, don't get their siren. So we just gotta come up with a solution where we can make sure everybody, because I know the one that closed, it is down, you know, so, but I think we gotta, you kinda know that, you know, we working on it.
Okay. I did receive a voicemail, I believe Thursday, from a gentleman that read something somewhere about what we were going through, and he called, said he had an option to help us. So I'll send you that voicemail, let you reach out to him.
Okay. All right. That's all I have, board opinion questions.
Appreciate it, Mr. Brad. Next.
Good morning, board.
On.
So, we started a new CAD system, and that's not an experience that I want anybody to have to go through. Created about 16 hours of me getting your reports together because it does not communicate with our reporting platform. I had to do manual scrubs. 418 E911 service requests, 286 of those transported for 68% of the time. 9 minutes, 40 seconds in the city, 15 minutes, 21 seconds in the county. 108 refusals, had 4 with no patient contact, and then 30 that were canceled prior to arrival. 8 sites, which are down, like that's half or less than what we had last month. Kind of normal for now. 220 times that there were multiple units on call at the same time in the county. We had 3 flights directly from the field that went straight to the helicopter. Total EMS requests for the month, this is 911 and non-911 calls, 1,124. That was up a lot. The 911 was up by about 72 calls. The non-911 was up significantly as well. Like I said, we transitioned successfully to a new CAD. This new CAD is, I'm still learning a lot of it, but it's allowing us a realistic pinpoint detail of the trucks. So the dispatchers are able to actually see the truck, what truck is closer, and they're swapping trucks that would have been routed to a call from, say, out at Morgantown area, and there was a truck sitting just clearing out, coming off by the safe room, for example. Even a 60-second gap, it identifies the different truck and says, send this truck, not that truck. So it kind of adjuncts into the human potential for an error where they might send a truck that's a little bit further away. It's AI driven, and it identifies that truck and says, nope, send this one. It's real-time accountability of, for instance, the bridge is shut down on Canal Street for some of the trucks. So it won't let the dispatcher post a truck to that post at the visitor center over there that doesn't fit the weight of the bridge. So it's literally routing trucks based on AI adjunct and acceptability to kind of take out a little bit of the hold up, wait a minute gap that would have occurred from a human potential. It's not fully AI, once again, it's an adjunct, but it is a lot to learn, and it is smoking. It's absolutely creating some very positive turn of the wheel as far as it relates to ambulances in the community. So I'm proud of it and very pleased that we finally got it in place here. We're the second location in Mississippi for our company that's got it. So it's really significant that we were able to get on that system. That's all I had, unless the board has any questions for me.
Appreciate it, man.
Thank you.
Got it.
Morning, board. Samuel Minor, Veteran Service Officer for the county. We have some upcoming events for Memorial Day weekend. Don't have the dates and times for them yet, but as soon as I get them, I disperse them through the board. Also, we have the stand down, the veteran stand down at the safe room on the 7th of June. And it'll be from 11 o'clock to 3 o'clock. If you want to come by, you're more than welcome to come by and talk to some of the veterans over there. And that's all I have right now, unless y'all have anything for me.
Don't believe. Appreciate your service.
Thank you.
All right. Who's next?
All except, the ones with all of them.
Good morning. Lynette West with Southwest Mississippi Planning Development District. Couple things this morning. First, I just wanted to let the board know I am 94% complete with the DRA Civ project on Morgantown Road. There's a couple things I'm still waiting on. I need a maintenance plan or a log for that road, which is something DRA is requesting, along with a timeline.
Excuse me, could you say that again? You need
Maintenance log or a plan for Morgantown Road.
the engine, do that come through the engineering?
Preferably it does. I did notify Mr. George, and we've been going through the road department to try to get it, but they do not have it. So I want to reach back out to Mr. George to see if he can create a maintenance plan for that specific road. This is something DRA is requesting. Maintenance plan, I've notified Mr. George as well. I need a timeline on engineer letterhead, which is just a simple copy and paste for him. And I have to upload business support letters, which we've spoken about. So I know we have CBS, USDA, Gamberry's, Feed and Supply. We have some churches and, or maybe two churches, I think, and cemeteries. So we can come together and get some support letters and submit those to me. I'll be complete and I can submit everything.
I'm waiting on Mr. Gamberry. I gave him the letter.
Okay, great.
Just waiting on him to sign it.
Okay, so that's the DRA project for Morgantown Road. Secondly, with the cap loan for the Chester Willis Ball Field for the restroom renovations, MDA has already reviewed the application, but they wanted to do it in 2 phases because recreational maximum amount for the loans is $250,000, so we have to break it up into 2 phases, which the board has already agreed upon, if I'm not mistaken, April 7th board meeting. I spoke with Mr. Furr this morning, architect, and he was supposed to, my understanding, he was going to be here at this meeting to submit a proposal for the work to do to 2 phases, but he is under the impression that it's possibly not going to get funded or something, and I don't know where he's getting that information from, but I did notify him that, you know, I spoke with MDA, and this is what they are requesting, that we break it up into phases so they can go on and process it.
Okay.
So can...
Wes, can you talk to him about that?
I'll try to get a call with you,
Okay.
me and you and him.
Okay, great.
I got a question. Is he on board with the percentage?
Yes, he said he is. I sent that to him as the 8% of the principal loan amount for architectural fees. I did make him aware of that. So, lastly, I have an invoice that I have already submitted to Ms. Page for the ARPA American Rescue Plan Act Home Improvement Project for Adams County. I have one complete applicant in Mr. Gray's district. Applicant name is Philip Davis, and I need approval to pay these invoices for contractor labor, administrative invoice, and the home inspection invoice. And
Do you
also
have an
need-
amount?
Sir?
Do you have an amount that need to be paid?
Yes, I have an amount. You wanna hear it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Please.
It's $9,700. That's the total project for his home. That's complete, but this invoice for labor would be $4,885. The administrative invoice is $150, and the inspector is $150.
So you need a motion for all
Motion.
that, including the
Motion to pay the
9,700?
invoices for Mr. Philip Davis.
And to be clear, they have the money, they're going to pay
Yes,
the
we-
invoices,
our
but
office
we
has.
still approve that payment, I mean, because there was a little confusion last time y'all
Oh,
got
was
money
it?
you didn't need. No.
Oh.
Okay.
I accidentally said
Oh, I need a motion.
They were very honest, they're like, we already had the money.
I move that we pay, you say the 9,700, 4,000,
Well, this
or
invoice,
just for the 4,150?
yeah, correct.
Okay, I move that we pay 4,885 plus 150 plus 150.
Yes, sir.
All right. Motion by Mr. Gray, second by Mr. Gaines.
And I have,
Any discussion?
On discussion I have, Mr. Perry, excuse me, I'm so happy that this board went on board to, do these houses, and I just wish we could have did, 5 or 6 more pro districts. Thank you.
All right, all in favor? Any nays? Motion carries.
and I have, thank you, I have a final call certification that I will need, Supervisor Gray to sign off on. President Wilson, you submitted 2 applicants to me. You wanna talk to me about those later? I'm still
Well,
waiting.
one of them, I think they have to pay their taxes,
Correct,
and that's all that we need.
for that one.
Okay, and the other one is, air property, she doesn't own the property. Is that right?
Correct, so will you be replacing that one?
Yes.
All right, I'll let you hear from you on those.
Mr. President,
Yes.
I'm glad you mentioned that because, while we was in Jackson at that convention, and Ms. West know about it because she the one gave me the website, they got an heirs property program. I don't know if it's a grant or whatever the case may be, but anyway, the mayor, know about it, and I think he gonna get on board, and I think, we need to get on board because if we could get there and help people, get their property straight, then, I mean, that's a win-win for the city and the county. That's just my opinion.
Yeah, in this case, for instance, I think it's only like 4 or 5 acres and 40 or 50 people on it, so she's got her trailer on it, or these.
But we got a lot of
We
people
can't put
in
the
this
money into
community.
it. Yeah.
And when you look on these websites and you look, you say air property, air property, air property, air property, because either they don't have the funds to pay a lawyer to correct it, or they just don't understand what's going on. And we trying to do what they do, what you call it, Scott, when somebody get in trouble, sheriff, is the sheriff here?
Right here.
Yeah, he's hiding behind that
What
pole.
you call it when somebody get in trouble, y'all got this program where they can,
Put up a bond.
no, they don't, they go to the lawyer and kind of like expunge, that is where it is. So, this program should remember that program where we can get some lawyers together to help them get their property, titles and all that straight without them having to pay.
Yeah, there's like some places in the law that allow you to kind of set up another, almost like not mini court, but a little master that would help move these things along. If there was a good amount of them that did it, they could really make a push to get it done.
I mean, if we can get it done, those properties will be back on the tax.
Okay, do you have anything else?
No, sir.
Okay, I'll get with you. I got some things working.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. Who's next?
Come on, board.
Morning.
I'm gonna have spoiled dirt west, Wilson, they should be up there. 38 Windy
Amongst
Hill
all
Road.
this other stuff?
38 Windy Hill Road, Jesse Jones, and 308 Hartman Road, Sandra Turner.
Okay, you heard the request from the road manager.
So moved.
Spoiled dirt. Motion by Mr. Gaines,
Second.
second by Mr. Middleton. Any discussion? All in favor? Aye. Any nays? Motion carried.
Next thing I have for Wilson is a new hire, Philip
Wimley,
Wimley.
okay.
At $13 an hour. After 6 months, you go to 14, that'd be 27,040.
Okay, you have heard the request, I need a motion.
So moved.
Moved by Mr. Gaines,
Second.
second by Mr. Middleton. Any discussion? All in favor? Aye. Any nays? Motion carried.
Next thing I have is Mr. Slover, if you, that Burke Road Bridge invoice for Dozier. Temporary sewage. Sent me another.
Say that again, Rob?
For Dozer, the temporary bridge for Burt Road, the 15,000, they sent me another invoice to get paid out.
We'll get it done that next time.
All right, thank you. Next thing I have, yes, Mr. Gaines, this will be for you, Ms. Hudson's not here. Those two sites that, we submitted for NRC out in the forest and MLK Church, those funds are still on hold. You know, she's been asking me about them every meeting. Check there, they're still on hold.
Yeah.
You know, just letting you know, I mean,
Yeah.
she asked and she's not here. That's all I have, unless y'all have something for me.
I don't really have anything for you. Appreciate you, your crew going out all hours of the night. So every time we turn around, we got a storm hitting us at night and, force the trees down and, I know y'all need
Pretty
busy.
trees is falling now, I don't know why.
Mr. President, let me ask you a question dealing with, I know when a tree falls, when the wind blow hard and it's not a storm, you only can cut or remove it, somebody's driveway is blocked, it's blocking the road or whatever the case may be. But when we have a storm, we still follow those same, rules.
You gotta be declared emergency, Brad might want to explain it. I guess what you're asking, if it's blocking a drive or private property or whatever to help as far as emergency vehicles getting in and out.
No, I know we can do that.
Okay.
I'm saying if a tree fall in somebody's yard during a storm, and, can the city or the county assist in removing that tree? Okay, I got you. I got it.
The way it works, a lot of people, only way that is if that tree falls and that individual is trapped. Like he's saying, but I think a lot of times with Robert on, it's on the county right away, they do go ahead and cut it.
No, I know. I'm just asking this because when I was at church, a young lady, you remember that tree fell and killed that young lady?
Yeah.
Okay, around the corner, another tree fell and it pulled all her plumbing and everything up out of the ground and all this kind of stuff. And the tree just laying there, and it's so big, people can't move it. So she can't really live in the house because she can't flush a commode or can't do none of that. So I think it's been solved though, but I was asking, could somebody, like the city or the county, assist, but you said they couldn't, but somebody took care of it
A
yesterday.
situation like that, they do have volunteer, like the Baptist Association, they will come and help cut trees off individual houses through my office. But certain size of trees, they don't, you know, they can only do up to that. So that's a special case situation on that.
I forgot about the back.
Thanks, Robbie. Bradford. Who's next?
Good morning, board.
Morning.
I only have one item, really. EWP C044, that's Lawson Lane, Brooklyn Drive, and Churchill Road. The contractor has done all of the, I guess, the ditch installations and the construction project with the exception of grassing and reshaping and regrading Lawson Lane. And so they did submit an invoice for the month of April in the amount of $88,300.30. So I would request, recommend payment to the contractor in that amount of $88,300.30. That's not the final payment, by the way, as well as the engineer's fees associated with that with $6,357.60.
Are they far enough along,
I
Robbie?
was gonna say, what would be left in retained?
I don't know, but I can figure the number out, but they still have to do grassing to get paid for it in the return.
Cause I know, like me and you spoke this morning, it has a few issues with some stuff, so I just want to make sure if there's enough left.
How much left?
Over that.
I have to find the number.
Because, I really don't have a problem with it. It look pretty good, but if they don't hurry up and get that grass or whatever they cover that thing with every time it rains, it creating another big rut. So they gonna continue to keep coming back and fixing that.
I've had a conversation with the contractor. I told them that any repairs to Lawton Lane will be done at their expense. They understand that. They came out and did some work. It rained again, so they're gonna come out. They want to come out this week, but due to the forecast of rain, they won't come out. So they will come out next week They would fix Lawton Lane and grass off the sites.
Yeah, I saw them over there, they doing a pretty good job, at least they alleviated that pond that was up at the top. Yeah, I thought there was a problem on the pond for a minute, man, I was like, man.
Which contractor is this?
Main North Landscaping, the new contractor.
Okay. All right.
So moved.
Okay, heard request moved by, Mr. Gray, second by Mr. Gaines. Any discussion? All in favor? Any nays? Motion carried.
You request reimbursement?
Yeah, and so the last thing I have is the, allow us to prepare the reimbursement associated with those invoices to submit to NRCS.
So moved.
Moved by Mr. Gaines.
Second.
Second by Mr. Gray. Any discussion? All in favor? Aye. Any nays? Motion carried.
And I want to address one thing while I'm here. As it relates to Morgantown Road Phase 1, we were asked to submit what they call a online right-of-way easy form. And we're preparing that document. They asked a question about who's the project director. And when I searched the name of the employees of Adams County, only Ms. Lewis' name popped up. And I assumed that when that project started, she was the acting county administrator at that time. So I put her in as a project director, and she got an email asking her to complete some documents. Now, someone else is gonna be the director moving forward in that project. The county just needs to prepare a letter on the county's letterhead saying that we would like this person to be the project director for this project moving forward. You submit that letter to me, and I will submit that letter to MDOT to have that project director changed over. That project director will have to be LPA certified. So that's the project director will have to be LPA certified. You create the letter saying, I want this person to be the director for this project, and then submit it to me, and I'll submit it to them.
What is LPA certified?
That's just, they're certified to work on LPA projects for MDOT.
Local drawing.
Would that cover the new administration?
Probably get pretty good.
Let me
Let
me say something,
got to
Mr.
stay with
President.
Randy
Let me
for a
say
while.
something, if Ms. Granny don't have a problem with it, why she just can't finish out the Morgantown, and if we get something new, then it come to the new administrator when she gets certified to do whatever she gotta do, cause right now, she's not certified to do it, cause could you just,
So it doesn't have to be, it don't have to be done right now. Like I explained to Ms. Lewis, she can go ahead and do what's necessary to get this project moving forward. But in the future, if the county wants to make a change, then that's the process that has changed.
Okay, noted. So when she gets certified for that, goes to classes, then we'll still be on that project, I'm sure. So
I just wanted to
then we
address
can
it now,
swap.
just in case there's some questions that need to be
This
asked.
wouldn't be the best time. Okay,
Is there nothing else for me? That's all I have.
appreciate it.
Thank you all.
All right.
Good morning.
Morning.
I believe in everybody's folder, you have a letter from Waycaster and Duncan.
Yes.
They were supposed to start April 14th with testing. I'm not sure when they actually started. I think you have about 50% of the report here, which hadn't given us any indication on where we are with that, but I feel like by your next board meeting that they should have test results. But I just wanted to let you know where that was, since Paige sent that to them and they had responded that they were gonna start on all this on the 14th. I think what this is, there's 3 or 4 different groups that are working on this, and so they're needing one to complete the other, so it's taking a little longer than they told us. I just wanted to keep you up on it.
Okay.
That that we're working on it. All right.
Appreciate that.
Any other
update.
questions?
Morning, board.
Morning.
I have a very simple day for you all today. I'm not asking for anything. I know you had to wish. I'm just kidding. I ain't picking on Supervisor Milton. I'm not. But I just want to come up here this morning and just, first of all, I want to welcome the new county administrator, Mr. Khan. We've had a chance to talk on several things, and I appreciate you being available for that. So I just want to welcome you myself publicly. The next thing I wanted to do was, thank the people who showed up, Relay for Life got canceled and we had all that seafood that we had purchased. And I put up a Facebook Live asking people to come through support, and within an hour and a half, they bought out everything that we had. So to the public, to Adams County, Ms. DeWeer, all those who came through and who wanted to come through, and who did come through after we were sold out, I just wanted to say how much that warmed our hearts, because cancer is something that's near and dear to all of us. And we want to make sure that we did our part this year, and that's how we did it. So we had our own little miniature Relay for Life over there at the sheriff's office. And the last thing I have is trash reports for today, and then I'll be done. District 1, 49 bags, District 2, 53 bags, District 3, 61 bags, District 4, we seem to be the cleanest, all right, but we just didn't get to it like we needed to, just 9 bags. District 5, 27 bags, so they picked up 199 bags of trash. Anybody have any questions for me? I will tell y'all there's 2 things. I'm working on an update for Project Nose to see where we're at on some things. I know that's something you have been asking about. I do have it, I just don't have it with me, so I'll get with you on that. But I did request an update to see where they at. Have they finalized everything? Have they finished putting everything up? Do we have any cameras not working? Because cameras these days are helping us tremendously in investigations. It's helping us so much that what you all don't know that I've been working on is a forensic unit for the sheriff's office. And so I'll be putting out something publicly here within this week to let you all know what level the sheriff's office has evolved to in our forensic. When I talk about forensic, I'm talking about the digital forensic as well. Because technology, AI, everything, you have to be compatible and you have to be on that level, or else we're gonna get left behind. So I'll be announcing those new ventures soon. You see me smiling because my investigators are smiling. That's all I have. Thank the board for supporting all the training that you do with the sheriff's office. I know that's near and dear to us, and for those guys to be as good as they are, and yes, I'm saying they are good at what they do, and I'm bragging on them because when we call, they answer, and they get up and they get it done. But we couldn't do that if this board didn't support the training and equipment that y'all do. We might not agree on everything, but we agree on that, and I just want y'all to know publicly that I appreciate you all not taking away and always supporting when it comes to training and equipment at the sheriff's office. That's all I have. Thank you all.
Thank you, Sheriff. I was at a homeowners meeting the other day,
Yeah.
and they're gonna come buy their own camera because it's just too much political, I guess. I mean, it's like a football, but.
Wood Hills?
Yes, they're just gonna buy their own camera and get it set up.
I guess we'll talk then, because I thought the camera was up.
No, you might talk to Randy Hoggett.
Matter of fact, I was supposed to be at that meeting, but I ended up having to run to Baton Rouge to get the stuff for Relay for Life. So I'll go out there and talk to them.
Well, the board agreed to just buy the camera because they've been waiting for it for 2 years, and it's just like, I don't know why they're
I
so
was
much
told that
ready.
camera was up, but I will definitely go out there and get with them on that.
Okay.
Because I was told it was up already. I thought that was one of the ones that had been installed. I know they were trying to get the internet to come across the street, so
They're gonna use cell towers.
Yeah.
So,
And then I know the lighting and all that stuff out there, so I met with them on several occasions, but I'll definitely go out there and talk to them.
okay, appreciate it.
So Sheriff, what you say about the AI in the camera? What you
Yeah,
say?
it's technology out there now, and I know y'all were looking at LPRs. I didn't even bring up that, but I'm talking, we formed a forensic unit right now at the sheriff's office, and it's gonna be dealing with AI and using AI to investigate cases. Matter of fact, I'll go ahead and tell you this part of it. One company we're looking at right now, if investigators goes to a shooting call and everybody got cameras, everybody's gonna have different software, different cameras, different versions of it. And, we had to sit there for hours and literally look through hours and hours and hours and hours of footage. Well, one of the components of this new forensic unit that we're bringing in, it's got AI in it where we'll be able to input, hey, I'm looking for a red Toyota. Hey, I'm looking for a Mack truck. Hey, I'm looking for a white male, a black male, or whatever, 5'11", and it'll go through the video and find those something that's really close or fits that characteristic for us, which will put us in the right area of that video. That's just one of the things that AI is helping big time on now. Of course, the investigator will still have to go back and look through all the video anyway, just to see what else, but at least it'll put us in that time frame, you know, to go ahead and get what we need to have proper calls, to get search warrants or whatever, so we can make arrests. And then, you know, you follow on to an investigation, and to an investigator, that's like gold. That's like gold, because, you know, we had Finger Lane shooting out there, and y'all see, even though we got it done, it took us several days before we could get to that point. And that's with everybody working around the clock, looking through videos, breaking up in teams, going here, pulling this, going there, pulling that. And then you actually gotta come and find what you're looking for and build enough of a case to go do this. Well, the AI is gonna cut that down dramatically on the front end, but on the back end as an investigator, you know, you still wanna go through and make sure you're not missing anything else. So that's just one of the aspects of it. And all the other digital forensic parts that's gonna be in it, but I'm excited about it.
Let me ask you a question. So
Yes.
when you saying all this great stuff, is that just for your office? Is that for the whole county?
The whole county calls anyway.
No, everybody, sometimes people don't call, they call the police department.
Oh.
Cause I had an individual got robbed for $2,000 and they called the police department. But if you got all this, working on getting all this new technology, they're gonna be calling y'all too.
Well, I'm gonna tell you this, I'm glad you brought that up, Supervisor Gray, because our partners across the river have a forensic unit as well. Concordia has an outstanding forensic unit over there, and we've been building ours over here slowly, piece by piece. You know, we be doing these fundraisers, this is not for our help, we be buying equipment with it. But as far as the police department go, anytime they call us to look at something, we've done it, you know. And if we haven't done it, it's legal reasons why we couldn't do it. That may be blocking us, but it's for the sheriff's office, but other folks, the police department will have, if they call us and say, hey, Sheriff, we need y'all to input this in your system and do that, I've always had that door open, you know, ever since I've been sheriff.
Well, I'm saying it for a reason, and I wasn't gonna say it, but I'm gonna say it. I want pretty much everybody in Adams County to feel safe, and I want law enforcement to, I don't care if it's a tourist, because I know we work a little harder when something happened to a tourist. Not everybody. Then when something happened to a regular person that live here, I need that same energy to keep our community safe, whether you're a tourist or not.
Supervisor Gray, I understand, I give that energy to anybody though.
Oh,
If you commit a crime in Adams County and they come across my desk, you will get that energy, I promise you will. Matter of fact, you got me excited just saying that. So, I'm all about that, so that's why I thank the board this morning, because if y'all didn't do what y'all are doing and supporting that type of equipment and things we purchased, we wouldn't be able to do that when y'all called. Now y'all, I know y'all were looking at LPRs. Now, what Axon has done, they come out with their LPR, and it does have that AI technology in it, that where somebody ain't even gotta run it. If they see something tossed out the window like y'all be thinking about, AI in those new Axon LPRs will pick it up just like that and send us a notification or send us the video of it. Now, I just learned that because one of my people just went to training, one of my taser instructors just went to training. Because they, you know, we don't send people out to get trained by tasers. We have our own trainers here to save up on that fund. So we have 2 certified trainers at sheriff office. And that's one of the things they brought back. So the county is looking at that. We already have a account with Axon in the system with our body cams and tasers. I'm just putting that on the table, y'all.
Thank you.
You know something, it just seems like technology just taking over
crazy.
everything. And you go in Walmart and you see all this stuff they got going on and less employees. When we go to LSU game, man, they got a thing that be cutting grass. I'm like,
Yep, nobody on it.
Wrong way
I ain't never
home.
seen that before.
Yeah, it's pretty neat.
He say they got a robot to operate the other robot that's cutting grass.
You got a lot of that going on. You got robots out there that they're testing in certain countries right now to be police officers. So everybody needs to be paying attention to the evolution of technology, I promise.
Rob, how many of those lawnmowers you know?
Watch out.
They're not weed eaters too? All right, Sheriff, we appreciate it.
I'm ready.
Any more departmental reports? Yes, sir.
Morning.
Morning.
Coming for the board, I guess.
Name?
So, let's say sorry, constable.
Today you're a constable, okay?
I'm constable. I don't know which one I am, you know, at any moment. But, I come in, I guess, for purchasing for Denise. She's not here today in reference to my constable unit for the lights and the, striping of it.
Okay.
We need a motion, I got a budget amendment to allow that.
So moved.
Okay, moved by Mr. Gray, motion for the is the lighting and striping
Yes, sir.
on, Constable Giselle's, car. Motion by Mr. Gray, need a second.
No, I second.
Second by Mr. Gaines.
I'm moving it out,
Discussion,
moving it out of PR into a line item in constable. I'll send it over to you.
all in favor? Aye. Any nays? Motion carries. Yes, sir.
One more thing, for us body cameras, you know, sheriff talk, I have one, but it's so outdated, I can't upload it, download it. I have eventually assisted on some calls, in the county with the sheriff department as well. I've been on process of service by people trying to accuse, I use my phone, my camera on my phone in order to protect myself from certain instances. So I really much need an updated body cam.
Do you have an idea what that's gonna cost?
I don't have an idea, but I just brought it out, because I think it's an Axon 2,
Yeah.
which is outdated.
Sheriff, do you have any, extras
So,
that you could,
why can't you use the same
We
one?
don't have extras, but I can definitely order one if that's what you want. I mean, he worked with the sheriff office.
that's what I was thinking, you just keep the same one,
I
maybe.
think he asked me for something, but I was, when I brought it up, I think I talked to, I think that when Lee was here. I missed the Lee, and he was saying it was best that I get one of my own instead of using the sheriff department. I guess. That was legal purpose, yeah.
Okay. So you can work something out with the sheriff, and, is that fine, Sheriff?
Yeah, we get it worked out.
Okay.
All right.
All right, I'll take care of it.
All right,
All right, thank you. All right. Anybody else? Come to the table. Mr. Gaines, you down there on the end, you want to start?
Come back here with me.
Okay. Mr. Gray,
Sir?
you want to go ahead and start?
Oh, yes, I'm sure. I've been hearing so much about this guy, Marquise Thomas, the hurler in Natchez, so I decided to go to the state meet. And, he did set a record in 5A, and they say, in the state, he's #1 hurler in the state, and he's ranked in the nation, so, everybody at the track meet was waiting on the hurlers to jump, and everybody was talking about this guy, and I'm like, that's awesome for Natchez. Scott, 2129 2nd Street, abandoned house, tall grass.
Yep, I was gonna ask for permission to notice.
That's all one?
That's the only one I have.
Okay.
2129 2nd Street.
Motion by West, second by, sir.
Go ahead.
That was your motion?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and second by Mr. Middleton, any discussion?
Discussion. I had, 17 Bluegrass, got you had it. We had the email.
I got the email, I was gonna ask if you wanted to put that down.
You want to add that to Ricky's motion?
And also.
Is that, have we done them before?
We did it before, and also was that 329 Southmore.
29 Southmore.
We got 17 Bluegrass for all.
And we've done those before too?
Yeah, the one we did last year, because I was out there before it get way out of hand.
I'm gonna put all those down for the next available board meeting where the timing's right. Probably the next meeting, but might be the meeting after that.
What was that at, 320 what?
I guess
329 Bluegrass, okay.
That's the, house robbery on Southmore. Nobody knows who it belonged to. So it belonged to the realtor. Somebody said it belonged to the lady, and they can't find out. We ended up having to cut it, and it got really, really overgrown last time. And right now it's in the, it's getting pretty much overgrown again.
Okay.
All right.
Any more discussion? All in favor? Aye. Any nays? Motion carried. All right, Mr. Gray.
Scott, are we, keeping in touch with our senators, in Washington about the email they sent about whatever we need to be done? I know we lobbied for Morgantown Road, and Angela had something that she lobbied for, but they wanted us to touch bases with them, right?
Okay, I'll copy at the board and send them just a reminder that we're still here if we need money.
Oh, okay. I did mention the big tree, and I wanna personally thank, Brian Bird. I called Brian, and he came right over on a Sunday and, kind of cut that tree up. And I just wanna thank him for doing that. As a board, I think we need to go on and stop, putting it off, because it's getting closer and closer, about House Bill 1 and what we gonna do. Are we gonna buy in, are we gonna buy out, or whatever the case may be? As a board, we need to find time to discuss that issue. And last, my sympathy goes out to the Bass, King, Canton, Caston, Newell, Butler, and Granger family. And I am gonna welcome Miss Mitzi Khan as our new county administrator.
Supervisor Gray, I was thinking we could do mid-June, make a decision on that, because that would give us a chance to talk to the rest of our MAS at that convention and get the education from all of that. Does that sound like a plan? On House Bill 1?
We just need a plan. You just say mid-June.
Okay. That concludes your report?
Yes, sir, Mr. President.
All right. Mr. Middleton?
John McCullough resigned from the airport commission, so I have a vacancy, and I will hopefully have someone by the next meeting.
Okay.
They're advisory now.
They're
It's
advisory.
an advisory board.
We still have a report.
You can reappoint your people if they want to stay, or try to find somebody new.
So when do we do that?
As soon as you know who you want on there.
I already know who I want.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna, since he brought it up, when I get to mine, I'm gonna, if you wanna come back and,
I'm gonna do it. We can, well, I already know who I want, but I can wait till the next meeting. Yeah.
or you can do it when I do mine.
I'll do it
add
then.
to it. Okay. Is that all you have, Ms. Miller?
Yeah, I had something else, but I'm gonna hold on. Yeah.
All right, Mr. Gaines?
Well, I don't actually have, anything, but I had I didn't know, I had a constituent that come through and they had, and it's a different problem that's, I know it's not the board, and I talked to him, I see he came, he didn't say anything, I didn't know if he was here for that reason, or I didn't wanna not acknowledge him, but it's dealing with, the sheriff department, but since he was in, I didn't know if you came for the acknowledgement, or you.
I did.
But I mean, I know it's beyond that, but I don't want you to, I know you talked about it, and so, if you want to speak on it, let the rest of the board hear, then they can probably, tell you what I told you. But you can speak, you welcome to speak. You cripple, you can speak right there, they can hear you.
Okay,
Just state your name.
My name is Terry Good. I had illegal search and seizure in my vehicle, cost me a lot of money. My medication and my gun, everything legal, doctor prescribed was taken out of my vehicle. I went to see Sheriff Patton several times about it, never could see him. And I went to my doctor, my medication wasn't in my system. I'm trying to find out why they took my stuff, because all my stuff is legal. Doctor prescribed. I got hurt 25 years ago on a government job. I got intentionally hit by a white guy, and the government came at me day one. They have destructed and tore up everything I was trying to build because of that. And the fight is still going on. I went to the Attorney General years ago when Mike Moore was that complaint. But the state of Louisiana and Tennessee won't leave me alone. They came close to killing me. I got a lifetime contract. They got to pay me till I die. And I have not never in my life been that close to death. When my tire blowed out on me, my truck almost turned over. I've been drugged. I done called the sheriff's department out numerous times. But I'm the one going to jail, losing my money. Ghost got killed, call about that. Ain't nothing ever happened. I'm trying to wonder out why, what's going on.
Mr. Goodman,
Yeah, I did talk to you years ago.
I'm the representative of District 4, and we don't have no jurisdiction over another elected official. You need to talk to the sheriff. Well,
Go ahead.
You need to talk to the sheriff about that, because it's nothing nobody up on this board can do when you got a problem at the sheriff's department, because he's an elected official just like we are an elected official. Now, I'm not telling you it's not other means you can take, but this board is not one of them.
Well, Master, I thought the board would overload the sheriff.
No, sir.
Well, who do?
Can I go on address this?
But hold on, so, hold on 1 minute, just so,
Excuse me. Excuse me. I'm not gonna be discussing that.
so, listen.
I know you, I understand that. Only thing I'm saying is this: when it comes to the budget time, we approve his budget or we vote his budget down. As a supervisor, we don't micromanage the sheriff and his department.
I understand that.
Don't nobody up here have the authority to do that.
Direct me who do.
So,
Yeah.
Go ahead, Mr. Gang.
Mr. President, so, Mr. Gooden, so I had not talked to Mr. Gray on anything. I'm glad that he brought that up. That's the same thing I told you when you came by, right?
Well, something about rules and laws, I don't know what I'm trying to find out.
And that's what I told you, we do not govern the sheriff's department. Yeah, we are a supervisor here. I am the supervisor of District 5, and that's what I was trying to explain to you.
Well, I appreciate
We have no jurisdiction over any elected official other than governing the money, the board, and we allow or approve certain things, but the sheriff is governed by a different person. The judges are governed, even though, I ain't gonna go through all of them, but those people elected comes under us and we approve or disapprove the budget, but we not the ones who control or punish or that, because that's a judicial, you got different branches and different people they answer to. That's why I was telling you, if we do wrong up here, that same sheriff would put me in jail. So we don't have, and if he was, I could tell him to do, I wouldn't let him put me in jail. I said, boss, you can't put me in jail. But that's not the way it works. He's here, so I just want you to know, and I want you to be satisfied, and I hope y'all can work it out. I'm not trying to air it out, and I would rather y'all figure a way to figure it out without airing it out. I do not know the proper steps, who do you need to go to if you have a complaint. But I didn't want you to feel like I was neglecting you.
I appreciate everything you did. I didn't know, I'm trying to find out. So what step I need to take next? Cause I've been down to this office 5 or 6
I
times.
can meet with him right now, or I can meet with him after this, or I
Well, we
can
can meet
address it
now.
publicly.
We can meet now, look.
Y'all mind if I address it publicly, since he brought it publicly?
I'd rather you not, because, the cameras are rolling and
We
you
put
would
it on
taint,
camera, I want it on camera anyway.
you would kinda taint things a little bit if it gets out of hand.
It ain't gonna get out of hand, I'm
He can
really
meet, though, he can meet me at the sheriff's office.
No, y'all may lock me up for the last time I went down there. That's what he said.
Okay, you got
Yeah,
more
you
in
gonna
your
get locked up. I spent 2 years in there for nothing.
Oh, okay. Ms. Dean, Ms. Brandy.
I have 2 items. I need to have the,
I don't care about this.
You'll attract the report back from the sheriff's office for April 2025 spring off.
You heard the request?
So, second.
Moved by Mr. Gaines, second by Mr. Gray. Any discussion? All in favor? Aye. Any nays? Motion carried.
I just have one other item. The board authorized us to submit an objection on a homestead chargeback to the Department of Revenue on a Michael B. We did receive the response back from the DOR, and they stated that the applicant and or applicant spouse have a residency in another location, and so they did not agree to reverse the
Okay, does that need to be spread across
Yes,
the minutes?
yes, sir, please.
Okay, need a motion to spread this across the minutes?
So moved.
Moved by Mr. Middleton, second by Mr. Gaines. Any discussion? All in favor? Aye. Any nays? Motion carried.
That's all I have, thank you.
All right. Ma'am, do you have anything for us?
Actually, I do.
Okay.
I do have one thing.
And I shouldn't be surprised. Go ahead.
Okay, I just wanted to follow up on the AirVac. I had a meeting with Ms. Ite. Attorney Slaver and I talked about it. I'm gonna meet with her again to see if we can get a resolution. And also, I'm gonna reach out to the state auditor. I need to introduce myself anyway, so I'm gonna do that as well.
Okay, and I did see where y'all had some people that were overcharged or overpaid for their airbags. A pretty good list though, and a pretty good amount of money that they're gonna have to pay that back to those individuals.
The county has already done that.
It's on the docket.
Okay, all right,
And, but,
That's what spurred all of this.
yeah, exactly, that's what's
all right,
So I'll have a plan at the next meeting to go forward.
all right, Ms. Conlon. Once again, welcome.
Thank you.
Mr. Gaines.
So I did, I also want to say welcome to also, it's such a long stretch to get here, hard to get here, but I did, on our normal event, Scott, West, Kevin, that I did get a letter that they want to have that annual family and friends in Broadmoor that we always approve, allowing them to use the park, and did the same with the, I don't know what, but the same thing like we do for the LaGrange Fest and things like that. It's been a month out, but I literally forgot to bring it. And I just want to, I was looking at my calendar, I think it's maybe the 4th or 5th. I want to get that approval, make a motion to allow them to have the Broadmoor Day at the park.
So you need a specific date.
Second.
What's the date?
I need this. Just let me know.
I'll have to get specific dates. It's been a month ago and I promise.
Yeah, that would make sure it's free.
Yeah, and make sure, cause I can probably get it from Corvette, cause they usually book it in advance. And I can text her and I'll get it.
You wanna make a motion pending the date is available?
Make a motion pending the days,
All right.
not reserved.
Motion by Mr. Gaines, second by Mr. Middleton. Any discussion? All in favor? Aye. Any nays? Motion carried. Okay.
You.
Okay. Mr. Slover, I'm sorry, did I skip you?
You did, unfortunately, I got a lot of stuff.
Well, dang.
There's, a movie reached out to me, they want to do a car wreck along Cartridge Point Road around the IP property. In the past, we have allowed movies to be filmed on IP as long as it doesn't affect any of our people. The movie being the consideration that they film. Also, they probably need to get with Robbie or something, make sure they're not gonna tear anything up. They can agree to fix anything that they did. So if I can get permission from that, we'll have questions.
All right, need a motion to allow the movie company.
So
Moved by Mr. Gaines, second by Mr. Middleton. Discussion. All in favor? Aye. Any nays? Motion carried.
I need a budget transfer on, from Bellwood Levy 1 to Bellwood Levy 2, and then I needed a loan from cash reserves to Bellwood Levy 2. The transfer is money that was left over in Bellwood 1, and the loan is for, we're waiting on reimbursement from MDA. And I've already asked Amy where we're at on reimbursement. We're supposed to get faster.
Okay, you heard the request, need a motion?
So moved.
Motion by Mr. Gaines, second by Mr. Middleton. Any discussion? All in favor? Aye. Any nays? Motion carried.
Core Civic has reached a deal with ICE. They've been ongoing for several months, and they're ready to approve it. In addition, we have asked, and they've given us approval to updating our own agreement with Core Civic. It'll end up doubling our income from the fees of Core Civic. So I need a motion to approve both.
All right, you heard the request, moved by Mr. Gaines, second by Mr. Middleton. Any discussion? All in favor? Aye. Any nays? Motion carried.
Richard Nelson had sent me an email. There is a grant that allows the airport to address some FAA problems that they've had, some compliance issues that they have. This is simply the engineering to address those compliance issues. It is a 90% federal grant, 5% state match, and then 5% local. The 5% local is coming from airport funds. And again, this is about $4 million, and it just addresses the engineering, but he's asking for approval. Said he could not be here today because there wasn't anyone else at the airport to be staffed. So he asked me to have it approved. So I did in fact look at the agreement prior to, so.
Approved. Motion by Mr. Middleton, second by Mr. Gaines. Any discussion? All in favor? Aye. Any nays? Motion carried.
The Attorney General and Secretary of State have sent us, actually this is just the Secretary of State's office has sent us a letter saying that they have found that there were state lands that were struck to the state that they do not have title. When that happens, the clerk of the board is to report to the Board of Supervisors, and we direct the land to be reassessed. So I need a motion to reassess those properties. We're not making any findings other than the Secretary of State has made this finding, and we're in following direction, so it's purely administrative.
You heard the request? Moved by Mr. Middleton.
Second.
Second by Mr. Gaines. Any discussion? All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Any nays? Motion carries.
I need permission to submit this EWP request for assistance for the rain event that occurred on March 15th, 2025.
Heard the request?
So moved.
Moved by Mr. Gaines.
Okay.
Second by Mr. Middleton. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any nays? Motion carries.
Did we approve the HOPE?
No, we need to do that.
I need approval. JKS sent a final estimate for EWP that HOPE did, closing it out. I think we approved it last time, so this would be submitting the invoice to the bookkeeping.
Okay. You heard the request? Moved by Mr. Middleton. Second by Mr. Gaines. Any discussion? All in favor? Any nays? Motion carries.
Last meeting, the board asked about several different salary changes for employees. The request is made by the judges for that period stayed within the bounds of the AOC. It's ordered by the court for us to do. I did ask the judges that they consider deviating from 100% Adams County and put it, a portion accordingly, so we're just not on the hook for everything. And Judge Drake said that was reasonable and that they would go back and do that. So I need a motion to go ahead and adjust their salaries. It's currently within AOC guidelines, but the next appointment will not be, that's coming up. Judge Blackwell has a staff attorney that she's going to request.
Oh, is this it?
Probably.
Do you want to go ahead and do that? Do you need a motion for that?
Need a motion for this one?
Need a motion.
So moved.
Motion by Mr. Gaines. Second by Mr. Middleton. Any discussion? All in favor? Aye. Any nays? Motion carries.
IP cleanup, they have a request for payment, and I asked Robbie, he said it looked right, that they're actually using the rail and so forth, on it. So I'd like the permission to submit this bill to bookkeeping.
Moved by Mr. Middleton. Second by Mr. Gaines. Any discussion?
Justin, how much, Scott?
The amount of this one is $142,500. 27,000 is, I'm sorry, it's 170,000, 27 for the IP rail repair, and 142 is for the cleanup. This is all within our grant.
I got you. I just wanted to know, I just wanted to know.
Yes,
Whatever
sir.
he's getting. Okay. Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any nays? Motion carries.
Robbie, we abandoned that portion of Lower Woodville Road. Did you post a sign?
Posted signs, took pictures.
I'd like permission to post that the sign has been posted and that portion of the road is officially abandoned.
So moved.
Moved by Mr. Middleton.
Second.
Second by Mr. Gaines. Any discussion? All in favor? Aye. Any nays? Motion carries. You need to sign all of
No,
page.
I've signed it.
Okay.
It's my last
Official duty?
last official duty,
Okay,
and that concludes my report.
okay. Got a letter, setting, a salary for support staff from Debbie Blackwell, for Matthew Kidder at $94,800 plus benefits. And all we do is spread this across minutes, basically, don't we?
That's correct, and can ask the Judge Blackwell, if we can adjust the percentage to apportion it between more counties.
Okay, so that'll be the motion. As Scott said it, that we're gonna ask for it to be proportionally set across, several counties instead of just everything on, Adams County. I need a motion.
I'll make that motion.
Motion by Mr. Gaines,
Second.
second by Mr. Middleton. Any discussion? All in favor? Aye. Any nays? Motion carries.
Why leave me a voicemail just reading that?
Do I need to sign it?
Say,
He signed it.
second time.
Okay. I have, these all need to be approved, I'm spread across the board.
They already have been.
Okay. 96, I just need to sign it. Okay. And some of them need to sign, but they have not all been signed. Corbett, she was just here, wasn't she? Corbett's one of them. Sorry. What about the travel voucher for Ms. Hutchins? I just need to sign this. That's approved or verified. And this is also the travel for, has this been approved? And this, man, they cleaned that out pretty fast.
The travel for the summer conference is in there, so everybody will need to sign theirs as well.
I think everybody up here has signed,
Okay.
except, you haven't signed, and I think, a couple of others, but you hadn't signed, you weren't here. Is the forms in there?
So, the one with
Okay, getting, we're gonna get back to the airport,
Hey, those dates are the 4th and the 5th, so she can have them done. I just want to- July, the dates is the 4th and the 5th. Broadmoor.
Okay. Corvette might know that. Broadmoor, 4th and the 5th?
Yes.
Fourth and fifth, yes.
Oh, okay.
Of July.
So, yeah, that's gonna be the dates on his, deal. Getting back to the, now the airport commission, my, former, commissioner was now down at the end of the table, Ms. Khan. So I'm gonna, ask to appoint Noble Gideon to, as a commissioner for District 2.
Second.
And, did you wanna go ahead and put your person on the motion?
Me?
Yes.
No, I said I'll have someone next meeting.
Oh, okay, I thought you already had.
It was
Okay.
Ricky.
Ricky, you have somebody you wanna put on your commission?
Dante Ware.
Okay, you're gonna stay with Dante? Okay.
David Kane up here.
So we're appointing, you said Noble?
Mr. Kane Callan again? Okay, so, be Kane Callan for District 5. Dante Ware for District 4. And, I don't know if Angela knows what she wants to do yet. So those three, we need a motion to put those three on. You already motioned it.
I motion.
Motion by Mr. Gaines, second by Mr. Middleton. All in favor? Aye. Any nays? Motion carried. No, we'll get on. I'm not sure if that's the right spelling.
Yeah.
Okay,
Can I?
yes,
Well, I'm pretty much, he was here, but I didn't get to ask him, but I'm pretty much sure he'll stay, so I wanna make my attendance here accepted.
okay. And if he doesn't, we'll know next time. Okay, I didn't really have anything else. We kind of covered everything I wanted to talk about today. Do we have anything for executive session? No? Okay. Can, anybody got anything else? Can I get a motion to recess?
Recess.
Motion by Mr. Gaines, second by Mr. Middleton. All in favor? Aye. Any nays? Doesn't matter.